Hello, my name's Naomi and I'm a lead facilitator at Theatre 31. In this video, we're going to be talking about our top 10 Energiser games to play in the space when your young people, whoever you're working with, are a bit low on energy, feeling a bit sluggish, and we need to build the energy up in the room. Let's get to it. Now this game is called The Power of Ha, and you have got to pass the power across the circle. So it starts like this. You take the power and you pass it like this to someone across the circle. Ha! The person that receives the power then lifts their arms up and goes ha! Then the two people opposite, so next to them, go ha and ha, keeping that rhythm going. It will then go across the circle and continue. This game is quite difficult to explain, so watch this video now for a demonstration. Okay, Toy Heist is our next game. This is a really good opportunity to get your group working together. So if they're a new group and they're new to each other, this is a really good one to play. So what you need is you need one toy keeper. Okay, and this person is going to stand one end of the room in front of a chair, and on the chair you're going to need a toy or an object, maybe a beanbag or a cone. So the idea is that you then split the rest of your group into two groups and they are going to compete against each other. It's a little bit like Grandmother's Footsteps. They're going to start the other end of the room. Whenever the toy keeper is looking over at them, over their shoulder, when they turn around, they have to freeze. Anyone that is not frozen gets sent back to the start. And then the whole point is that the whole team must get forward all the way to the toy without being sent back, and they must grab the toy. Okay, at that point you can make it that that group is the winner, or you could extend the game and have two toys. So this way it's one team versus the other, not just to get the toy, but to get the toy back home. So once they have gotten it, they must pass it without the toy being seen by the toy keeper, pass it through everybody in their group, and when the toy gets back to the start, that team has won. So that's a good way of getting everybody involved in the game, because everyone has to hold the toy at some point, but it must stay hidden. So if the toy keeper sees the toy being passed, the toy has to go back on the chair. There are other variations as well. Their possibilities are literally endless.
The next game we are going to teach you is a game called Hot Potato. Now this game is very, very simple, but it's very high energy and really good fun. So what happens is you're going to get your group into a nice big circle. You're going to then imagine you've got a little hot potato in your hands. You're going to pass the potato around the circle, and as you do so you're going to count. So 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4 potato, etc, etc. At any point in the game, someone in the circle can turn around to the person who's thrown them the imaginary potato and go, "What potato?" This will then mean that the person who is holding onto the hot potato is required to call out one of the following things. Now they can either say new potato. If they say new potato, this means that everybody in the circle needs to swap places. If they call out sweet potato, this means that everybody in the circle needs to give them lots of nice compliments. If they call out roast potato, we're still going to make them say nice things, but we're going to make people say them in a very angry, rude tone. And finally, they could name any other type of potato that you could imagine. But what this will require is everybody else in the group to form a still image of that potato. If they called out a chip, maybe you've got a whole group of chips. If they called out a dauphinoise, you've got a very layered potato. The person who calls out the type of potato will then pick their favourite, and that person will start again, counting from 1 potato, 2 potato. This game doesn't involve anybody going out, so just when the game feels naturally that it comes to an end, just make it stop.